Hi guys, so this is what the materials that you need for today's project. There's just a couple of them. I'm actually going to be using more later on. And here are some of the pastels. Obviously, I'm only going to be using the yellow and brown ones. So now I'm going to be using the light brown white clay to be making the buns for your burger. And you can just get as much as you think you need. I don't necessarily measure how much, I just kind of feel what the size should be. Just cut off some if it's not the right size for you, and then just mold it with a slight dome on top and flat on the bottom, and make that for both halves. You want the bottom half to be obviously a little bit thinner than the top half. So now we're going to texture the top of the bun. Just use a toothbrush, old toothbrush, or even just a little bit of tin foil or a toothpick. However you really want to texture it, it's up to you. I like to use a toothbrush because it gives them a little bit of like a dimpled effect on the bun. So now what you want to do is mix a little bit of brown and yellow and orange pastels to color the top of the bun and the bottom of the bun and the sides of the bun. Make sure you start from light colors and then go on to dark colors, so if you mess up, you're not stuck with a dark color permanently. Make sure the sides are a little bit lighter than the top, because that's generally what a bun looks like if you look at it up close. So now you want to take your little bit of brown clay and roll into a little ball and then flatten it. And now you just take the tin foil and you go over it to make that neat kind of texture. If you want to, because usually when you flatten it out like that, it gets a little bit too big. So make sure you measure it on the bun, and if it's a little bit too wide, then you can just trim it down or roll it out again and make sure it's going to be smaller, and then texture it again. Next, you want to take a little bit of a black pastel, scrape it off a little bit just so you can get a little bit of the chalk up. And then you want to put it on top of your burger patty, so it has a little bit of that charred look. And you can even put grill marks on it if you want. I didn't, but because it's going to be hidden underneath your bun. But just put that on top, and if it loses a little bit of its texture, just put the tin foil on it and smooth it out again. Now I'm going to take your yellow clay to make the cheese, cut it out in a square shape, and put it on top of your burger patty. Make sure it looks good. And then use some brown, some red, and you mix that together to make like a kind of like a dark brown tomato color. And then you just want to roll those out and put it on top of your burger patty, because you're only going to be seeing the edges of it. Now you mix your TLS, your yellow, red, and pink pastels to make the burger sauce that goes on top of the burger. Just smooth it on with your paintbrush. So the last part of the burger, you want to take your green clay and just break it off into little pieces and bend it so it looks almost like a bib lettuce, and place it on top of the tomatoes and the sauce. And then after you're done with that, you want to just take your top of your bun and get a little bit extra of that sauce and put it on top of it so you can seal the burger closed when you bake it. And then after that, you can just take a little bit of the extra sauce and paint on the sides to look like the sauce is dripping down and to give it that extra real look.